Well, this thing's definitely got a twang to it, but it's not affecting my accuracy so far. Man, that twanging is really annoying me. Sometimes it makes a different sound when it comes out, depending on the position of your arrow, your rest, your anchor point might shift it a direction, make a sound, but when it's a repeated sound over and over, I tend to think there's something wrong. Well, there's nothing visible that I see that could be causing that noise. All right, so I came into the shop here to check out my bow, see what might be causing that twanging noise, and both my stabilizer and my stopper here were loose. So I went ahead and tightened those up. Everything else looked good. It's always a good idea to give it once over if something's off and check it out, see if make sure everything's tight and the way it's supposed to be. And so let's go see if that did the job to get rid of that twang. All right, let's see if these adjustments I made got rid of that awful twang sound. I have a feeling it did, but we will see. Ah, the sweet sound, or I should say lack thereof, of this Matthew's verdicts. All gone. Sometimes something's a little off with your arrow or your anchor point. It could be hitting something or making a sound. So, but when it's consistent, you should stop and check. All right, that is a wrap for me, folks. Lesson learned from today is it's a good idea to spend 5 minutes before you get started shooting, checking over your equipment, making sure everything's tight, making sure everything looks right. That includes your arrows. Do a good inspection of your arrows, because obviously that twang from my bow was simply my stabilizer was loose and the stopper in the back was loose. I don't know which one it was. Maybe it was a combination of both. But either way, when you hear something consistent and it's like every rep, it's a good idea to stop. If it's a random noise every once in a while, it could possibly be good likelihood. It could be your anchor point, could be your form, where your arm is, which is changing the trajectory of the arrow, which might be hitting something and making a noise in a lot of cases. So if it's a persistent noise, good idea to stop, look over your bow. Obviously, like I said, better to check before, but if you run into that, just stop, take a look at it, make sure everything's tight, everything looks good. By taking those 5 minutes, by doing it before, you will avoid a lot of frustration. Because once we get frustrated, then our logic goes out the window and our frustration just builds, and then we leave, we're pissed off, we had a shitty day shooting, and it could be something as simple as your stabilizer's loose. In my case, it wasn't affecting my accuracy. So, but that being said, you should still check it, especially if you hear noise. So you always want to stay in tune with what your equipment sounds like, any noises it's making, anything it looks off. You want to stay highly aware of your equipment at all times, just to identify things like that. So that's all I got. I'm out of here. So far, so good on the razors. And that's it, folks. Thanks for checking out the video. And be sure to like the video, subscribe, Leave a comment. You got questions or just feedback. I'd love to hear it. And share the video with your friends if you can. Awesome. Take care. Bye-bye.